we're gonna talk about when persimmons turn red, doctors turn blue.
What?
So this
is a Japanese saying, okay?
Okay,
Because persimmons don't turn red.
yeah,
It's
right.
orange.
I mean, it's actually a it's a straightforward translation into English, so it sounds really funny.
Yeah.
But last time we talked about the one apple a day keeps a doctor away.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
when we were on this topic, some of the commenter, people who makes the comment, they asked me to sort of look into a Persimmons version, because in Japan, persimmon is more known for preventative and for natural medicine.
Okay.
So in America and US, they we use a apple, right?
Right.
But in Japan, it's actually persimmons. So they wanted me to kind of cover this topic. So
Okay.
I figured I should kind of do this in English too. Since
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. And, believe it or not, there was lots of scientific papers out.
On
In
persimmons?
English.
Okay.
So,
Well, we're so, how do you say, too long in Hawaii that there really wasn't a persimmon unless it's in a Hawaii island. The Big Island had persimmons, yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
never
think
tried.
so. No, remember? And Shingo's girlfriend her mother would bring it to me.
Oh, I think so. The persimmons,
Yeah,
right,
so
right.
it's kind of, it has to be cold, I think. Well, so is apple. But like Hawaii, everything is all imported.
Right. So persimmons, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not that. I don't know if it's if the people from America is familiar with persimmons.
No, I think so.
Hawaii,
because if you go up in the northern side, it's just like Japan.
Okay.
It's so hot during the summer, right? Like New York, right?
Yes.
And then it's freezing
Right.
in the winter time. So
yeah.
so persimmons.
Right.
You
Persimmons.
have persimmons.
Yeah. Persimmons. Yes, it is. It is a very good form of natural medicine. The fruits would contain same thing like an apple, lots of phytonutrients. We're not gonna go through every single list of it, but many antioxidation property to it, plus lots of minerals and vitamins, and especially for vitamin C, so much in there. One persimmons is going to fulfill your daily dose.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of good part.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is
yeah,
it's a cooling part. We kind of covered that. I guess you call it we did that last time. It's called a thermal energetic property, thermal quality.
Oh my God!
Thermal
Are you
quality,
okay?
Thermal quality of the food.
What are you doing?
So that part you want to be careful, because persimmon doesn't have a cooling effect. So you do want to make sure that you don't overeat on it, because a lot of times it's going to work negatively, especially if you have a weak and deficient and cold general condition. And traditionally you could mix it with warming foods such as ginger, and you could prepare it that way, or dry it. Dry persimmons are the thermal quality is neutral, so it's no longer cooling.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
When you dry it out in
So
the sun.
I'm very sorry about
Thank
this
you.
sound. It's a dog that we got.
Can they see it? Do you think
No, I don't think so. So I hope it doesn't bother the mic. I think I have a mic here, so it's okay.
Yeah, I think
so. So yes, so that's
it's okay.
That's
He
one
just fell off
point.
the
And
chair.
another thing I want to cover is the persimmons are used in the traditional Oriental medicine.
Okay.
Yeah. So traditional Oriental medicine, in Japan, the dry persimmons is called shihei. Okay, and the powder that you get around it, okay,
the white one,
white powder, sugar looking, whatever is called shiso, and that we use that for, your cough. Take care of the coughs.
Okay.
And the persimmons, the kind of like a branch part, the leaf part, stem part.
Okay.
Okay, that is called shitei. That's a shitei is another herbal, and then lots of general application to it. So it is a herbal medicine, considered as a herbal medicine.
Okay.
So
it's good for the cold.
it's good for preventative, yes, because lots of nutrition. So if you're looking at it from a nutritional perspective, and also you can look at it from a medicinal perspective, but it is in general great.
But
great
we're not telling you
replacement.
to go out and get persimmons. But it was because of the saying, right? Of the Japanese saying and American saying.
Well, somebody asked me to kind of cover the apple ones.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
We did the apple, and then they suddenly, Japan commented me and say that can we talk about the persimmons instead? So
right. Well, at Jujube, we're really getting into food being the medicine.
Yeah, it's really important. Yeah.
Right. We don't need all these pills and things until you do.
Well, a lot of things you could.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fundamental things you can.
We need to stay healthy.
Yeah.
By eating good, and like talking about cold, what would be good for the cough? I mean, you can't find persimmons. What is good is, do they have daikon? The white radish?
Yeah, those things are very good for your
white
cough
radish.
too, yeah.
You just cut them up into little cubes, and you just stick that into the honey.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens is the honey, you'll see it getting really just
it becomes very
watery.
Liquid.
Yeah, and that's what happens.
If you leave it overnight, the honey will lose its rich texture and becomes like a fluid.
And it's the best thing for the kids.
Yeah.
And I mean for adults too. But you know how kids they don't want to take anything when they're sick.
Yeah, but the honey they love to take it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean it's not as, how do you say, sticky and like candy. It's not like that at all. The radish, it's just amazing.
Well, radish is a known in Asia, in Japan too, China. It is a lung medicine. So, and it takes care of the cough too. That's why I guess the radish and honey mixture remedy that we just covered, you just talked about, is kind of like a Oriental thing. I think. I think so. Because then I know honey is like Manuka honey is really famous, right? Manuka honey. There's lots of medicinal quality in it, and nobody can deny it. It's really out there now. And yeah, it's very known, very well known. But so a lot of people would just end up using honey alone. But if you add a cube of the daikon or the white radish, you'll do some of that good enhancement there.
It is certainly,
I think so.
Yeah, it will stop the cough, right?
Yeah,
well, it will help. I shouldn't say it will stop. You're not allowed to say
it
that.
might
help
help
you
stop
stop the cough.
Right.
Yeah, but anyhow, it's great to be able to talk.
Okay.
I mean, I wish.
And then you kind of wanted to talk about the surfactant. I guess you want to say it in a way that it is. You're talking about
because I'm trying to get the basics.
Yeah, it's a synthetic surfactants. How to avoid. Avoid it much as possible.
Right. So the detergent.
So
would be something that you use every day, and you wash your dishes unless you use paper plates or no plates. You usually wash the dish with the detergent. Okay. So if you could really rinse it well, because otherwise that thing will kill the cucarachas, the cockroach.
That's how strong it is. Strong toxicity.
It's really strong, and it's so scary. The surfactants, the chemical surfactants, are in lots and lots of things. We're not going to go into it today, but it's because it's New Year's. We're trying to start it off right, by picking on things that's easy to do that you could change.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to
So rinse
cover,
well.
the as far as for the lifestyle medicine parts, there is something called 5 basic improvements of health,
Yeah.
and that would have your mindset as number one.
Mhm.
Second is breathing, and third is the hydration, water. Fourth is the food,
Mm.
and a fifth is the toxin and how to avoid it and how to get it out. So those 5 are like the basic, core of the, core of our, lifestyle medicine. So we're gonna try to go one by one and
Right.
yeah,
And not
somehow
overburden you.
somehow deliver it. We do have our Aloha Med magazine. So
Yeah,
a lot
and
of
it's
the
like 30% in English
right,
now.
so about
Finally, and we
40%
might
English
get it
now.
up on the internet. My God.
So we're gonna put most of the things that whatever we can in there, so it becomes very valuable tool for many people. So we'll do it that way.
Yeah, we're gonna try working
Yeah.
very
So
hard this year.
so let's just finish one topic, okay?
Okay.
Is that
The
when
persimmon?
no, persimmon is done.
Done.
The synthetic surfactant, okay? How to avoid it?
How to avoid it?
Yeah, one quick tip.
No, that's why one thing that could be done is rinse your dish well.
Okay, rinse your dish well. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
or
mean
use baking soda instead of the detergent. But then,
right. But lots of the companies are now started to use a see what I kind of want to do discuss for a minute is this. When you say surfactants, okay,
Mhm.
surfactants has been used
Mm.
traditionally,
Right, sure.
okay,
Of
globally,
course, right.
for 4,000 maybe
Natural. There are
5,000 years.
natural surfactants.
Right, there are natural surfactants and soaps like that. That
Right.
has a long history, but
Yeah, great grandmas used to
they
use soap.
right, but they were made with the like an oil and a sodium mixture, like
And
animal oil
salt. Yeah.
to get the bubble,
Right.
to mix the water and the I guess the oil well, right?
Mm.
And that's surfactant, same thing. But the problem is like synthetics one that nowadays that we use is
It's a chemical.
it's a chemical plus the lots of the I guess the petroleum are kind of petroleum chemicals are
It's a refinement of things. That's
yeah, it might not be very good for you
because when you think about
right.
it, petroleum, when you just say petroleum, it is a natural thing from the earth
Yes,
until
exactly
until
yeah.
humans,
Yeah.
So if we learn to work with nature in a more natural way, it will be more healthy for
totally.
everyone concerned.
Totally, and
right?
and then what I wanted to say is that either it could be a natural surfactant or
Chemicals.
synthetic.
Synthetic,
It's
right?
the same thing when it goes into the body. I mean, it will both go into the body. I
Right.
wanted to make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay, it will go
yeah.
into the body,
But
but
then the natural ones will go out.
natural ones will be biodegraded in the system, and the body can get rid of it.
Yeah. Well,
But-
not even surfactants. Well, it is a surfactant in a way, like salt. It became like a religion. Cut the salt,
Yeah,
which is not true. If you start cutting salt, your brain
yeah, well, you do need
is not going to
you do
have
need
this connection, right?
sufficient amount of
So,
salt, right?
but the salt has to be natural salt, right?
Oh, right, it's
With
very different.
all the minerals
yeah,
in
it cannot be this, isolated, sodium chloride.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so there's many things that
Right.
you have to cover, right? And otherwise, everything
Yeah.
might sound kind of crazy.
Right.
But yes, far as for the
let's-
surfactants,
let's start by rinsing.
rinsing your
dishes.
dish, and then
Yeah.
lot of the natural products you should use that instead. It is expensive, but
Right.
you got to use
right,
that
but
much
I
as
mean,
possible and use less. And
use less.
yeah,
use
and
less.
what you can do is you can change the whole house water to if you have a good natural good quality water, then the water itself has a lower surface tension, so it'll clean things way better. So
Right.
you could use less of the natural detergents. See,
Right.
that kind of combination is something that you
And you
wanna.
also don't need to buy pet bottled water, right? By
Right,
using the
right,
right
right. So all
water
those
for
kind
the
of
house.
good things can
Right,
happen.
but
So
that we'll cover later
yeah,
on.
one by one. So it's been
Yeah.
about 15-20 minutes.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
so
No, okay.
we're gonna go now.
Okay, we'll have a
And see you
good
soon.
day.
See you soon again.
Okay, see you. Aloha.